Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Straight Talk for the Soul series, your vibrational, multidimensional vitamin for the body, mind, and spirit. I'm Carrie Murphy, your host, creator, and founder of this global broadcast and brilliant community of light. I want to extend a bright and a beautiful good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you tuning in from all over the world. I see people calling in from literally all over the world. So welcome home, way showers. Welcome home, light workers, empaths, intuitives, healers, and co-creators of this new paradigm here on planet Earth. Wow. I am honored to have all of you with us as my beautiful soul sister, Velentaya Reece, is here. We're launching our second show of season 15 today. We began this brand new season yesterday, and it's such a joy to be back here with all of you. This is a sacred space and a sanctuary to provide some energetic relief, to soothe your soul, strengthen your spirit, and offer healing and insights and tools and resources to support your soul's expansion, your healing, your clarity, your empowerment, all of that. So we're here to address that today and lighten up together. Now is the time for unity. With everything occurring on the planet, there is a purging and a healing taking place globally before we bring in the new, or as we bring in the new, and we're being invited, all of us, and specifically this community and communities like this, to boldly step forward as way showers of this new paradigm and focus and envision the world that we want to live in. Because freedom is coming, and our conscious participation is very necessary right now. It's the time to emerge empowered and strong, and that's why we come together in these groups. So thank you for being here. I do want to ask my favorite question, can't leave that out. What is the best that could happen today? Well, today, again, my co-creative partner is Velentaya Reece, and our topic is anchoring 5D and mastering your ascension journey. So let's intend to be in the most open and receptive state to receive the insights that will really benefit all of us in the greatest ways today. Just trust and know that bountiful blessings are on their way to you. Just relax and breathe and open and receive. We invite you to subscribe to this show. It is a free platform. You can access everything at straighttalkforthesoul.com, and you can listen to all of our replays on iTunes or YouTube and connect with us in our private Facebook group or Instagram. Just enter in Straight Talk for the Soul on Facebook, Straight Talk with Carrie on Instagram, or Carrie Murphy to find me personally. I have to say this, my intention with today's journey is for love, healing, inspiration, and soulfully soothing energy to flow through my voice, and to flow through this entire sacred energetic space today with grace and ease, welcoming and inviting in the highest divine support and participation throughout our time together. Velentaya and I, we invite you to write in. Let us know how you're feeling throughout the show. We're going to take callers later, so press star 2 to raise your hand to be considered for that. She'll be offering private mini activations for callers, so that's going to be fun. I want to briefly state that we are in really powerful times, and your presence here is so important right now as we balance and harmonize and bring together these masculine and feminine frequencies in a way that we really have not done here before. The old patriarchal principles of control on this planet are really crumbling and falling away, and we are here to influence and participate in progress, change, and transformation. So if you're here with us today or listening to the recording, please know that that means you. We are personally and collectively birthing into being new ways of living and connecting and relating in our relationships, economically, politically, environmentally, and in every single way. And we're birthing in it's a new era, a new experience, a new expression and embodiment of freedom that must be self-generated. And that occurs when we recognize that freedom isn't dictated by anything outside of us. It is created and sustained within us. So I created this show years ago under the foundational principle of empowerment. And that's precisely what I'm intending for as we enter into this new season of 15. And I'm so honored that Velentaya is here with me to do do that. It's exciting. So let me tell you a little bit about her. We're going to dive in and have an amazing time together. She's a vibrational linguist, and she channels the language of light, the language of the Akash, and written codes to heal and expand an individual beyond their current timeline of disharmony to one that is in alignment with their soul blueprint. She transmits the frequency of divine love and sacred light information from Source, which you will all hear today. And her work aims to balance the physical, mental, and emotional bodies, crystallize the DNA, and reconnect humanity to Source consciousness and their divine gifts and purpose. She's used light and sound as a tool for shifting human consciousness throughout her many incarnations in the multi-galactic universe. With a Bachelor of Arts in Communication, Velentaya's career spans 27 years in the television industry, where her work has been regularly showcased on major networks and other media outlets. She was a visual effects artist and award-winning broadcast designer. And she blended light and color and sound to create energetic shifts in her audiences. And that's what has inspired her work today, because she uses those same elements to promote physical healing and vibrational shifts in her clients. So today you're going to experience a divine light transmission live on the show today. We're going to tune into the frequency of compassion and gratitude and service to activate our DNA. We'll tap into our unlimited potential to create the reality that we desire. You're also going to learn some tips to support and accelerate your ascension journey and a whole lot more. So thank you for being here. Please join me in extending waves and waves of love and light and joy to beautiful Velentaya Reece today. So welcome back, beautiful. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here again with you and your community.
I love hearing your voice. It's like a homecoming to me.
You're so sweet.
Yeah, it's such an important time. So before we dive into that, I mean, we have a lot of new people in our community this season. Clearly, there are a lot more people who are interested in this kind of work. I mentioned a little bit about your journey, but do you want to share a little bit about how you came into the work that you're doing now, and then we'll go further.
Sure. Yeah, I'll try and simplify the story because it's kind of long, but like everybody, I was searching. I knew there was something else. I was tied to this career that was overwhelming and all-encompassing, and treated like I was a doctor or something, where I was working nights and weekends and 16-hour shifts, and this was years and years of that, and I knew there was so much more, and I was unfulfilled, and my health was suffering, and I was watching coworkers have strokes and heart attacks, and I knew I needed to change something. So I started, looking into alternative things, and I started, going to practitioners, and then I started taking classes so I could do stuff myself, and things just started unfolding, and I then, was on this journey of where everything will come down crashing at once, it seems, when you're ready to make that shift. And that's what happened to me. And I just, I lost my job, and my job was my life. I didn't have a life outside of my work. And I lost a relationship that I had been in, and my dog, had a bad health diagnosis, and it all happened within the same week, like a few days before Christmas, and I was just like, holy cow, the sky is
what else
down.
could happen?
Right. And, I went through my moaning and groaning and victimhood of it all, and then I kind of just decided, I need change. I wanted to change, and now here's that opportunity for that change. And I started with self-love. For me, that's what opened the doors to everything. And that was difficult. That was a really hard time. But something so simple, I started with mirror work, and it made the biggest change and transformation in my life. And I dreaded doing it. I would dread those 5 minutes every day where I'd have to look in the mirror and tell myself that I loved myself, and I would burst into tears every single time, and I, pushed through, and it got easier and easier. And from there, I started asking, what's next? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to take a class? Am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do that? Show me. And like I've said before, I met Audrey Light Language for like 5 minutes, and I never heard of light language, had no idea what it was. She said, oh, I speak light language, and she said a few sentences, and it really resonated with me. And I went home that night, just couldn't stop thinking about it. It felt so familiar. I felt like I knew those languages, and I went to bed that night with like, I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do, if this is it, show me this is it. And I literally woke up a couple hours later singing in light language at the top of my lungs, and couldn't control it. And that it just unraveled from there very, very quickly.
You were activated.
Yeah. Activated, attuned, like instantly.
Yes. You know what? That's such a beautiful example for so many of our listeners, because I feel like right now, we're being called to ask, show me, what am I supposed to do here? How am I supposed to be contributing to this, birthing of this new era on our planet? And,
right.
And when we ask like you did, you're shown and you're guided, and it happened. And,
right.
People enter your life and things happen, and the puzzle pieces come together. And you have so many people who love you and the work that you do.
Wow.
I mean, I have so many emails that we got this morning and notes, even in our webcast today, of people who just love you like I do. I love you. I think, that just feels so in resonance with what you bring through and share, and it's so genuine. And
I thank you for that, and I'm so grateful that people are receptive to the work so beautifully, like they have been, and I really do put my heart and soul into sharing this information with everybody who's called to hear it.
Because now, to simplify what you do is, and I'm gonna have you elaborate, but from what I see, it's you sing and you tone and sign and speak these light languages that come from all over, all these
right.
and the Galactics and the Angelic realm, and it's just beautiful. How would you like to expand upon that to really give people an understanding of what you're doing?
Right. So I have gatekeepers. So my Syrian team are my gatekeepers, and they actually are they're the facilitators, they'll scan the energy of the person I'm having the session with, or the collective that's everyone that's on the call, and they will connect with and bring in the higher beings that will best facilitate the necessary healing, depending on the energy signatures and everyone involved. And so, I can't even keep track of the beings that come through, or the frequencies, because sometimes they change very quickly, and then they intertwine, and then there are these hybrid languages that come through that's just a mixture of everything, and this is carrying the sacred light information from source, and that lives in all of us, and it gets activated. We're living out these programs and these patterns that we're trying to clear from this third dimensional paradigm. And that information is within the DNA, but then we also have the positive information in the DNA that is the opposite of that. And so these frequencies are embedded within that positive information, and it comes to the surface. When you're exposed to it, it will clear that other timeline, the programs and the patterns, and put you into this new higher vibrational one.
When all of this started coming through you, what was your understanding of the intention behind this work? Was it more for, was it to help people with spiritual beings with ascension? Was it with physical healing, or a combination?
You know, I based it on what was happening with me. And because like I said before, I was my first client because I had, you know, I was speaking these languages for hours on end, and they would go all day long, and I would cry through the whole thing and just feel this tremendous release. And my whole life, my whole everything was completely changing. So, you know, I went from this stressed out, fear-based person, you know, and trying to control my whole outer world, and, you know, just very regimented in my routines, and to then like speaking all these languages and releasing all of that. And I was just in this divine flow of this bliss and joy and love and just complete connection and knowing and trusting. And that went on for 4 months of just this other reality. It was amazing. And so, you know, the work will do for anyone, I believe, what it did for me, which is clearing out these lower timelines and things that are no longer supporting us, and helping us in that ascension process to activate the DNA and activate our, you know, divine templates, and bring us into this new paradigm that, you know, the course that we're on, and just supporting that and bringing people to connecting with their truth and their purpose, and actually doing what they came here to do.
Well, it's worked for you because knowing you personally, you are the embodiment of serenity and grace and
thank you.
And love. So it's pretty evident that it has transformed you. I mean, I've only known you since you've done this work, so
it's totally different than old me. I will tell you that. Totally different. And you know, my ex-boyfriend, who was a part of the process, he was with old me, and we broke up, but we became friends. And so he saw the transition from old me to new me, and he will tell you it's completely different in every way.
Yeah. Well, and that's what we're all being called to do, is kind of birth this new us, personally, and then, of course, this new world. But I want to transition into talking about the timelines with regard to what's happening on the planet right now. Clearly, this is on everybody's mind with the coronavirus, everything happening. So what can you share from your perspective about the timelines right now?
Sure. So for anyone who's not familiar with the whole concept of timelines, I'll kind of explain that a little bit.
Good idea.
Think of a timeline as a moment in time where you've agreed to have a shared experience with others. That's your collective timeline. And then within a collective timeline, that overarching timeline, we have branches or sub-timelines or offshoots of that, where people, still a collective, are experiencing slightly different realities from that main overarching timeline. And then another step of that is just we have personal timelines that we're also playing out within that branch. So they all work together. And then we can look at what's going on right now, this overarching timeline that really the entire world is experiencing, and whether there's an awareness of it or not, is an ascension timeline. So we're on this ascension timeline, moving to a higher frequency, and within that movement, these old timelines are coming up to be looked at and cleared. And this pandemic, right, this coronavirus is part of that ascension timeline, that overarching timeline that we're all a part of. So I guess if you want to we could look at some of the branches that we might find ourselves in, right? So there's a branch of that overarching timeline where the collective is directly involved with experiencing the virus. These people have either been infected with the virus and have recovered, or they will recover from it. We've got another branch where people have been infected or will become infected and unfortunately have succumbed or will succumb. There's another branch of people who have been infected and are asymptomatic, so going on with life as usual, not really affected. A branch of people who have not been infected and will not be infected. And then there's so many more. But that kind of explains what the branches do. And then we have our personal timelines running. So let's say, for example, many of us are in this branch where we're aware of the virus, we have not been infected, and we won't be infected. And then we have our own personal timelines that are coming up to clear. So I guess for me, I could give myself as an example. I understand that I create my reality, and I understand that all possibilities or outcomes exist for me, and I'm responsible for what outcome I'm a vibrational match to. And because I choose to trust that everything is going to work out in my favor, and I know I've cleared most of my sickness programs, so I'm not really running any virus programs. I haven't had a cold or flu in years. I know that this virus does not exist in my personal timeline. There are other personal timelines that I'm running. I've cleared my lack programs. I'm not hoarding. I'm not worried about running out of food or toilet paper, right?
Right.
I'm kind of like, okay, I've got food, and if I run out, it's going to be fine. Like, I'm not worried about it. I'm not even really thinking about it. I am excited that possibilities are opening up, and I'm really using my time to be creative and to do things that feed my soul. I'm not bored. I'm feeling grateful for the quiet time. But I'm consciously aligning to my highest timeline with my awareness and with my thoughts and with my words and with my actions as we're going through this, and knowing that where I put my focus is going to be reflected in my outer world. So if I do fall into fear, then I ask myself, like, okay, what do I need to learn here? What do I need to see that I'm not seeing? Because I want to release this, and I want to move on from it. So just show me what that is. And I think that's what's, it's really helpful, because it helps you move into that conscious space of creating, right?
Exactly. And that's such an empowering way to look at it, and I fully resonate and agree with that, because with everything going on, it can activate that scarcity timeline in people. And not enough this, not enough this. Or like we talked about yesterday on the show, the fear of death.
Right.
What are we going to do if there are no jobs or there's no this? And so all of these are coming up for a reason, and they can be seen as limbs on these timelines. Like if you see it as a huge tree, like the Ascension Tree timeline, these are branches of that are only selected with our focus. And so if we can select a different branch of this overarching timeline, that is the creativity one, the opportunity one, and I love that you're saying that. And when we first connected before we went live today, we were both, just feeling really grateful for the opportunities available right now that have come up. And I think, that's a big branch of this timeline, opportunity, right?
Exactly. And really too, like, where is your focus? Where's your consciousness on, and what's coming up for you? And are you holding fear or love through it? And are you asking, how can I clear this? Or are you letting fear take over? And we always have to check in with ourselves, because sometimes we can't let fear take over. And it's just a matter of just always having that awareness. And if you think about it, right, the pandemic is the perfect catalyst for this change to happen, because it's encompassing so many fear-based programs and belief systems that have been firmly rooted in the old paradigm that we've been entrenched in for all this time, and that we're so ready to move beyond. So all this stuff is coming up, and we're being bombarded with fear directly, and the virus is deadly, and it's made its way across the entire planet, and no one is safe, and it's easily transmitted, and we're being told daily numbers of people who are dying, and then you have the whole talk of vaccines and the agendas that go on with that. So there's a lot of fear. And then we've got separation programs running with the social distancing and the shutting down of borders and the blocking of state lines and the, separation in terms of government, like this party versus that party and this organization against that one. And it's all coming up, judgment coming up and opinions about who's doing what right and who's
blame
doing
and
wrong.
anger. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all of these things are here. And I think, a lot of people are dealing with a lot of these things at once. And so they can be overwhelmed and trying to navigate how to get out of that. Because everything, it's like the old paradigm, what we're moving out of. It's kind of like, I'm a victim of my outer world, right? So it's, what about this? And I'm scared about that. And what do I do with this? And oh my gosh, but what if that? But then, all of us on this call way over here in 5D, we're kind of like, okay, well, if that happens, that's going to be cool because it's going to unfold in a way that's good and right for me. And, maybe I'm going to learn something that's really cool. Or maybe, I'll have this time to be creative and do something that I really love. And I have this freedom to explore. And wow, I'm not working. Okay, but, I'm not going to worry about money right now because I know I'm going to be taken care of. And, I'm going to use this time to explore my creative potential and do something that really feeds my soul.
Exactly. I mean, that's what it's here for. And anybody who's listening to a show like this or in this community, they have so much creative potential, so much healing potential, intuitive potential. And so this is the time to really, really tap into that and get really comfortable with it and confident with it and sharing it. And, we were talking about on the show yesterday how those of us who are in the healing arts, it's a beautiful time because, many of us have always done our work remotely anywhere, working with people from all over the world, through Skype, by phone, computer, whatever. And so it's a really beautiful opportunity to open into that even more and refine our skill sets energetically. And I feel like if we ask our teams of light to really help us with that, we'll be guided to really activate our gifts, whether they are intuitive or healing or whatever they happen to be, creatively.
Right.
And it's time to share them, right? And we have the freedom to do that.
and that's what I want to tie that into when I had my big awakening. When I started speaking those languages, like I said, I had lost my job. I'd lost my relationship. I was home constantly. I was a homebody. I didn't want to leave the house. I was going through a little depression. So I had all day long to ask and to focus and to really dedicate myself to my transformation. And because I had all that downtime to focus on me and my healing and what I needed, a few months later is when I started speaking the languages because I really was dedicated to that process and to that transformation. So, people are finding themselves in the same situation right now. You have all this time to, ask yourself, where do I want to put my focus? And, do I want to focus on all the negative stuff that's going on in the media, or can I really use this time to focus on the transformation of what's opening up energetically and vibrationally, across the world and also individually?
Yeah. I think if we commit to dedicating ourselves to our creative expression in whatever unique way that is, that's the best thing that we can do for ourselves personally, for our loved ones and our families around us, and for the collective. Because we could be bringing through some amazing healing modality or art or music or who knows what that could really benefit this planet, that could be a solution. And so it's such a great opportunity for everyone right now. And okay, so let's talk about some other, if you have any other specific tips to help support people who are listening. Do you consider this an ascension journey for us? Is this, or how do you perceive it?
I do. I feel like, the energy on the planet is at this point where that old paradigm is just coming to the surface and it's no longer working. And now that I feel like a lot of people are moving out of the fear around it, and they're really looking at what's going on, and they're not happy. They see the old way is not working. And so, we have all timeline potentials are in existence right now. And so where is your focus? So that's where that focusing on the world you want to live in. Mm-hmm. That's what's so important right now, focusing on that reality and really knowing that you do have that creative power to align to that. You are very powerful, and it's all within you. You have the power to do that. So it's, I feel it's completely an ascension journey.
Yeah. Yeah, and when we're talking about the timelines and everything, this is a time for the conscious selection of these timelines. I mean, that's such a beautiful way to perceive it, because it puts us in an absolute state of empowerment, right? Mm-hmm. To kind of just decide, what are we going to select? What will we consciously select? Because it's just an energetic timeline, and which one feels better? Which one is more supportive for this transition for everybody? And for those who are wondering, and I know there's probably a lot of people who could speak to this directly who've worked with you, but your work specifically, how have you noticed it helping people during this time?
So, I have a client in Israel who we touch in every now and then, and she's had amazing transformation, but for her it was an unfolding process that happened slowly over time. And that's how I kind of explain the difference between what happens during a DNA activation and an attunement. So you receive the transmission and you're activated. That's an instant thing. Those codes activate within you. But then that attunement process happens slowly over time, where you start attuning to this new information, this new timeline that has opened up for you. So it's unfolding, and you might not even notice it at first. So for some people, you might feel lighter, you might feel buzzing, you might feel a temperature change or a mood change, or you might feel nothing. But over time, little by little, you start to see your life changing, and your outlook is a little different, and you start aligning to things that support you in the most amazing ways. And overall, your life just starts getting better and better because you're moving into alignment. And so with this particular client, she had found herself, so we started, I think she had a job, and then she lost the job. And then she went through those emotions of fear and, everything we go through. But then all of a sudden, over time, she found the perfect job that was like directly written for her soul. And it was right across the street from the place where she had, she's a singer, so where she would have her chorus practices. So right there. And, she's getting like so many days of vacation, and just everything was perfectly aligned. And she got the car that she wanted, that she thought, that her old mind would have thought she couldn't afford that car. Just everything started unfolding and unfolding and unfolding. And I just heard from her recently telling me all these things, and we've kind of been in touch through the journey. So it's just amazing to see how her process has unfolded over the last year. That's one way. Some people shift really fast. Some people, it just depends. But overall, you see your life getting better. You see the way you used to look at things, you have a higher perspective. You're not looking at things through fear anymore. You're looking at them through love and through, the higher frequencies.
So when you do these divine light activations, which we're going to do a group one together here today, when you do them privately with clients, do you consider each one of those a DNA activation? I mean, is it specific in that way, or?
I used to kind of we used to focus in more on what we wanted to do, and I was really guided to not do that because they are so limitless in what they do. And, you know, the guides are really good at looking at what that person needs vibrationally and giving them that so I really don't direct it so much, but yes, they work within the DNA to bring up that positive timeline information. So if, you know, if you're, you know, maybe a client will come in and say, you know, I want my perfect job, and the guides are going, well, okay, but this person is still running lack programs. We're going to work on that, and we're going to clear that, and that's going to open you up to that perfect job. So it's not so focused. It's not so, we can't really zero in on it.
Right. Like there are two people that I see that wrote in about, you know, how can we manifest a healthy relationship? So I guess in a situation like that, it might be they have some programs running about maybe worthiness or who knows
self-love.
What it could be, right?
Yeah,
right.
Self-love, worthiness, value, self-value, self-worth. So, but again, even when we do the transmissions, I really like people to just focusing on aligning to their highest timeline, because that's just a more positive way of looking at it, you know, than if we have to clear this and get rid of that and disconnect from that.
Exactly. Yes, that is the perfect intention, to align with your highest timeline. And all the highest timeline branches. You know,
right. And without expectation, because when we throw an expectation, then that's just our, you know, our third dimensional human wanting to try and control our outcome.
Right. Well, and there are a lot of people, as I'm glancing in the webcast right now, writing in about wanting to know their mission here, because they're feeling like, I'm here for a reason. I know that I came here to do this. And I guess with work like yours, it really just kind of puts them into an energetic space to allow that to just organically be revealed, right?
Yeah. And again, like, not having expectations, because I was having, you know, when I was going through the journey, I was having expectations a little bit, and I was slowing the process. I thought it should be one thing, and it turned out to be something completely different. So, connecting within too, like sometimes we just don't listen to our internal voice, and the answers are there. They're really there. Like if you're getting called to, you know, read about something specific, or you're really, you know, tuned into someone who does a specific type of healing, it's probably for a reason.
Yeah, it's aligned with your own gifts. So, and it's really paying attention and acting upon those little nudges, those intuitive, like, go here, do this. Because even if it seems unrelated, it will lead you to the next thing that you finally go, oh, I see how all of this, like the breadcrumbs leading you to, it's all purposeful and meaningful.
Even when I met Audrey, for those 5 minutes that I met her, I didn't want to go to that thing I was supposed to go to. And my friend was like, now you're going, you have to go. And so I went kicking and screaming, and then I met her and everything changed. So listening to those nudges and doing it, even if you try to talk yourself out of doing it.
Absolutely. Okay, sweetheart. Well, if you're okay with it, I'd love to take some live callers, and then we'll do a group activation. So with our callers, press *2 again if you've called in by phone to be considered for that, and that'll raise your hand and I'll be able to see you. And so we'll just need your name, and if you have a question or you need some support. And Velentaya, what will you do? Kind of read their field, or how do you describe what'll happen here?
They just need to tell me what's going on, and the guides will bring through what they need to bring through. And
easy enough.
Let's
keep it simple.
I'm just the doorway. I'm the doorway.
You are a beautiful doorway. Okay. Okay, everybody, I'm going to come out there. All right, our first caller that I'm going to is area code 509. 509, you're live with us.
Hello?
Hi. Welcome.
Hi. Oh, my gosh.
How are you? What is your name?
This is Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
Listening to you two is so calming and soothing. I love it.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad you're here, Stephanie.
I'm glad I am too. It's been kind of a rough week. So before this coronavirus thing, I was going through a similar thing, like Valente was talking about, where I lost my job and I was home and I knew I needed to make that shift, and I've been doing a lot of work and everything was pretty good. I volunteer as a death doula, so unfortunately I had a younger family member who was passing away, and I went and sat with her, and so I there's all this grief coming up, but it's not just from that. And it just seems really overwhelming. And so the last week, it's felt like I can't connect to any feeling of love, like receiving any, and it's just a really dark feeling, and I haven't had that come up in all the work I've done yet. I mean, I've just kind of been able to move through it, but this has been just waves and waves and waves and heaviness, and so I'm feeling pretty lost. So I was kind of like wondering what would be helpful.
Have you connected with your guides and asked for help on releasing, or have you done any kind of work on that?
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of that. and so I think, a lot of that is why I'm getting into these deep layers, but which I'm grateful for to get to see, but at the same time it's keeping me up all night. There's, it just hasn't moved. And I was having like lots of pain in my back. That was like, little sharp isolated areas, and in my knee, and just strange things coming up.
Did this come on all at once, or after you were sitting with the family member, or it's like kind of building up?
I would say, no, I was doing pretty good until about a week ago, and then all of it just started flooding through, Yeah.
So let's just bring in the guides and let them do some clearing. And so, because, too, it's like part of this, what's so great about these transmissions is that we don't need to get into the details of the story. We can really shift, because sometimes those details can just keep us in a spiral and slow our movement out of it. So, let's bring the guides. They'll clear it up.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just going to have you close your eyes and take a big deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just another big deep breath in, and just breathe in love and joy and gratitude. And as you exhale, just release everything that's not serving or supporting your highest healing and transformation. And just continue breathing. Dalavet zavuta sakshnak deve, topolokot vute achtavu, man amananekatu darahatefe etafai palafia, hiyahiat zavik de ashtugoba ayat mo miamana, valave levet savuleve manuna, yet dugadavo lovet si volot si yestivikai beaya, yet mahuniat navola, vela vidra atsteket ve a sa so listavu, ishokrat ziget vat tuput dapna, bechit be at bi ve kishte ve bela pet savi, haika be menetide. And just breathe and ground that in. And just exhale. And you're going to get more of a clearing when we do the group transmission. So I hope that you can stay on the call for that.
Yeah, I'm sweating. All in my head, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
Stephanie, I'm so glad you're here. And like she said, there's an activation, and then didn't you say then the attunement is something that happens over time? And
yeah.
So Stephanie, yeah, stay tuned for that.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Lots of love to you, Stephanie.
Thanks, you
and
guys.
reach out too if you have anything you want to talk about. I'm on social media, and just let me know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Stephanie. Giving you a big hug.
Yes,
I feel it.
Okay. Bye, sweetheart.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
I loved that. That was a beautiful transition. It felt great. It was so soothing. Everything that you offer is so.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to go to another caller. I'm going to go to. Wow. So many people. Okay, I'm going to go to area code 231. 231, you're live with us.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome.
Hi. Oh, hi, Valentina.
Hi.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
you.
I have a question. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to be working with the demon realms, or if someone is just sending demons and opening demon portals to my home. Because I have been getting, like today I'm getting slammed, and I can smell this weird smell, and I'm actually feeling like demons entering my lot. I'm outside, and my lips are frozen, I can barely talk.
Wow.
I'm wondering if I'm supposed to work with the demon realms, or if someone's just sending them to me with ill will intent.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't do readings like that, but I can tell you that, if you're feeling something like that happening, it's always good to, do protections and call in your guides and clear that energy. What do you think?
Well, the first thing I felt when you said, am I supposed to be working with that? Of course, no.
Right. No, exactly.
And I think that I feel that I don't feel that has to be the case whatsoever.
No.
Whatsoever.
I don't know what kind of work that would entail. No. Hard no.
Yes, I know that I'm clearing my ancestral lineage, and I'm wondering if I'm clearing the demon issues with regards to my ancestors or myself, the karma, like karma.
I'm just curious why you're perceiving it in that way, because you have the option of perceiving it in a completely different way if you chose to do so.
Right.
Well, because I've already had someone working to clear this up, and it was cleared up for 2 days, and then today it's right back.
What did your guides say, Velentaya?
I mean, my guides are always saying to focus on, you know, what our focus is what's going to bring us to us. So if we're focusing that we have to have demons to clear, then demons are going to come for us to clear.
Yeah. It's been happening for 3 years. This has been happening for 3 years.
Well, why don't you say today that that's not happening anymore?
Right. Like, I'm ready to be done and over with this, and I'm ready to live my highest timeline.
The fire's, I'm supposed to say that the fire's not hot. So this is happening to me, and it's not like something that I chose to
Right.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Is there some kind of light language transmission that you could provide that would be healing and supportive right now?
I can do a prayer that's in English that could help support.
Okay.
I'm happy to do that, and you can listen to the group transmission, and we just want to, you know, we welcome all entities in love and light, and we speak to you all from the Lord God of our being, and we tell you all that you are healed and forgiven, lifted and enlightened, filled and surrounded with the Christ light and the Christ love, and we ask the beautiful many to escort you all to your perfect place. We ask that all negative thought forms and limiting mental concepts be dissolved and lifted in the light of truth, that all psychic bonds are severed and all auras are closed to all but spirit of the highest vibration, and you may go in peace. And so it is.
And so it is. I'm just going to envision you filled and surrounded with light and love and the highest frequencies available. And hopefully the group transmission will support you as well. What did you say your name was?
My name is Destiny.
Destiny, okay. Destiny, I hope that prayer was supportive, and I hope that the transmission that we will do as a group just feel us like wrapping our arms around you in love and light. Right. Okay, Destiny? And
thank you.
And trying to focus on your higher beings being with you and guiding you, and not so much on the darker.
Okay. Destiny, you have a high destiny before you that will be unfolding, and it's going to be beautiful, my dear, okay? And
thank you so much.
I'm sending you lots of love, Destiny.
Sending love. Bye, Destiny.
Okay. And the group transmission, Velentaya, when we do that, you know, if we all just open our hearts and intend for healing and upliftment and clarity, you know, that's a beautiful thing. Okay, let me take one more. I'm going to go to area code 406. At 406, you are live with us.
Hi, is that me?
It is you. Welcome.
Oh,
you.
Wonderful. Hi, Kari. Hi.
Hi.
Valente.
Hi.
Is that how you pronounce it? Hi. Wow.
Hi.
I'm just totally
how are
wiped
you?
out. Well, I'm really wonderful. I got called to answer. I got called, number one, listening to guidance to stop my meditation and get onto the call, and I couldn't get on through my iPad, so I got on through my phone, which is by divine design. And whoa! And I was sitting in meditation, and I was the thing. What was coming up is I was thinking about why I didn't feel like I had a lot of gratitude and praise for God's source spirit. And when I did that, I tapped into the fact that I was really angry at God's source creation. And I said, well, what is that all about? And it was really about a resolution about being down here, going through the crazy, just kind of this whole evolution of just being in a source of anger and a source of story about being down here or whatever I've created around that. And I was just going to my heart and saying, you know, that's a heart healing because you feel source through your heart. And I just was not feeling, you know, that connection. Although I believe in source and I work with my guides and spirits and our gentle, you know, all the angels, Angelic. And but I'm missing, there's something in the way, or something that I'm creating, or something that I'm clearing that has to do with just kind of going through an upset of being down here, and so something about that. There's some story around that. I don't know what it is, but it's just really missing that connection, and really, really feeling like I really want that connection, and I want to feel the love and gratitude and compassion, but somewhere it's just, I'm not.
Yeah, I think too, people, we're all sensitive, and we can also be picking up on what's going on in the collective, so you could be being affected by that as well. So let's just do a clearing and a healing to bring in some divine love, and let's release any kind of anger and fear programs that are coming up. I'm just going to ask you to just breathe into that heart space. And just a big deep breath in and exhale, and releasing all that no longer serves. And just breathing in love, filling that heart up with love, big belly breath. And just being ready, willing, and able to release. Ulehas neve takuda, shadeve tutideve, tamanete vete kabadalo, tasheveti kastavatzdai, dedevi kubada fuluta, yet mahomi anamne levesta vikadu, he kavu saloi, lovala vanamata bova, vova leva seleveda, shadevele kadune finne mano fusai, bevoliki vola, yono na vidi aputule veha fu, hai leve, usetu tratikato, mesevelovo. Yakadaleve tita. And take a big deep breath in. And exhale.
So beautiful. Oh.
It was. That was very uplifting.
And to see how that integrates, and see how you feel after the group transmission.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, and blessings to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I loved that. It's so beautiful how unique they are when they come through.
I don't remember that. I don't remember them so much.
Yeah, it was very uplifting and light, and yes, to kind of transmute a lot of the anger, the frustration that I'm sure that caller is not the only one who has waves of those feelings. So,
yeah. I mean, and too, just letting everyone know that it's okay to feel these things, and the fact that we're, have an awareness about it is amazing, because then you are here and you have the opportunity to transform it. So
yes. Okay. Well, everyone, please stay tuned. We're going to do the group transmission. First, I want you to know there's a lot of support from Velentaya through her special offer. So I want to talk about that. If you're new to the show, all of our speakers present special offers to this community that includes further opportunities with their work and working with them directly, if you're aligning with what they're sharing. So she's created 2 offers, the Divine Light Series and the Divine Light Series plus a private session. You can read about both of them at straighttalkforthesoul.com. Just click on our marketplace. You will see Velentaya's beautiful, beautiful face. Click on that picture and you will see these 2 offerings. Do you want to describe what is in here? There's a lot included, my dear, and I'm grateful for that. I'm going to let you take it away and share what's here.
Sure. So this is a series that I've kind of created. It started with the last call, and it's just going to be an ongoing series for people to receive all the new frequencies that are coming in, because, as we're on this journey, we have so many layers, and there's always a need to work within the DNA and transform all of that. So with this one, we're bringing in the spring frequencies for expansion and alignment to everything that's opening up right now in this time. And with that, we have the first part of it is a live call where the whole group will connect, and we're going to work on aligning to that highest timeline, but releasing any kind of programs and fear-based timelines. And this will serve as a vibrational preparation to best receive this course material. So patterns, belief systems, entanglements, cords, all of that stuff. We're going to work on that. And then that's going to be live, but we will record it, so you will have a link to access that if you can't make it live, or after the call if you want to go back to it and refer to it. And then the second part is 10 audio recordings. I will release them weekly, so you'll receive 2 a week. And they're about 25 to 35 minutes long. And within those recordings, you will have a Divine Light transmission. It'll be about 20 minutes. And then we will have a Divine Light mantra, which is a light language that you will repeat, and that's going to help support you. It's just another way to receive these codes. You're actively bringing that vibration into your own field, so it's a little bit of a different experience than when I'm speaking them to you. And many times it will activate someone to speak the languages themselves. So you'll get that with it, and an affirmation with each recording, and that's just another way to help embody this frequency, to use those affirmations. So 10 recordings that you will be able to download, and then a final group call with that, an hour long, and we will integrate and attune everything that has gone on over those last 5 weeks of stuff. And people can ask questions.
2 live calls and then 10
audio recordings.
Yes, that you will send out 2 a week.
Yes, and all anyone has to do is, they'll get the link when they buy the package, and I have a date when that will be available, and you just go into that link and you'll see the audios there, and you can just download them.
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I like that you're starting off with the live, which will be recorded as well. So if someone listens to this later, that will be recorded. And thank you for that. The last one that you did, we heard beautiful things about. So a Divine Light series, and then offer B is all of that plus a private session with you.
Yes.
And also a personal light code that you will create for that individual. Let's talk about the private session, what that entails, and then the personal light code.
Sure. So for the private session, it's a 30-minute session, and I like to give you as much of a transmission as I can, but you're free to talk as much as you want. But I try to keep the talking to a minimum so you can get a full transmission. And then at the end of that transmission, I'll do a quick little light code that I write for you, and it pertains to that session and just helps support the frequencies that came through, and you can use that during your free time. If you don't have time to re-listen to the transmission, you can work with that code during your meditations. So it's just another tool of support.
Mm-hmm. You bring what you do through in so many different ways, and I love when you do these kind of codes and anything that you write. And as you know, one of your codes that you wrote for me in this art piece I'm looking at right now. It's sitting right here. It's so beautiful. So I'm glad you're including that. That's a special addition to that offering. And I want to remind everyone, now we've made it available so that all of our offers, you can do it in 3 months. You can pay it over 3 months, and we wanted to make it, just to have that option available to you, to have that 3-pay option. So just know that that's available to you, and thank you, my dear, for creating that for everyone. And okay, I'm looking at a lot of it appears to be clients of yours have written in saying beautiful things about you. So I want to
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and writing in.
Yes, very sweet. Okay, my dear, I'd love to go ahead and move into the group process, and I just encourage everyone to open their hearts, and I'll let you take it away.
Okay, everybody. So just relax, lay back if you have the space to lay down, whatever feels right, and close your eyes. And I want you to connect with me and with our collective group here, and everyone that's tuned in and everyone that will tune in, and we are all connected. And I just want you to commit to being here together in this very moment, right here, right now. Singularly and collectively, we commit together to be present. And just drop into this energetic space together. And in this space, we just focus on the now, in this moment, and on our breath, and on the divine love that flows through. And just take a big, deep breath in through the nose, filling up your belly, and exhaling, releasing all that no longer serves this moment. And just take another big, deep breath in through the nose. Big, big breath. And exhaling, releasing every stress, every worry, every doubt, every fear, just relaxing into the energy of this beautiful divine love that fills you and surrounds you. And just continue breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, breathing in love and joy and gratitude. Gratitude for the frequencies that come through. Gratitude for our group, this collective group. And just feel that love move through you as it expands in you and around you. And just continue breathing, and I connect with my Syrian guides, my gatekeepers, and they bring in all the beautiful, most benevolent beings that are here to support us in this transmission. And I can feel them all here and feel their love around you. They are surrounding all of us to facilitate your highest healing and transformation at this time. And we're just so grateful for their presence. And just continue breathing love and feeling their presence all around you. And I ask the guides to bring forth the frequencies to support everyone in this time of great change and transformation, aligning everyone taking part in this transmission to their highest vibrational timeline. And just continue breathing and relaxing as you receive this transmission.
Ati tatolai katiti besta, desenut tionda topide atunka, yahukite, histeverobu, yereve drade nekatuba daileve, yitavute tevichukada budunaba, minene kodu, voleveta brati vitstikor, rotsi vito bolevanda, lovitas to votat vek de vut de casti, shatona batavit to vushti vit the art the met the et the bite tikite, vetama to do the bit to beat the eye fishtibo, rotsabama at market ma, nedevate nek va levet sutura, beeta vutu gutabatsu utba aimeniki, mahatamo ratsuvat sayabeleveda, et bela vestavet stet no cutivet siuko, shutur sudabans nefe papunemek fulevetsu, do vio ya dono, yo ratsivadana kaibere vida barat hodani netamai. Ivya voleve, aya volevesi, davona no futana mai, mano, ivetatio yo seluian, ekireve vrea sedea, bahanovo kranana kende, tekere vo si televe, laeano, yanave, natatele yo ay, nananunumia kanamanekotsu de vestuko, de veleveta potavasta by patapota potat, to karavasit no shuretu, yetivete velavat nai, kabatova, takalavatse batsi, reviandava, verovaratu bratu bamboda, do betavia koto bratiko do, yo yeveravia kopedambiki, veatsu to vatu, yatsa latsavatobo, havato kitve, ti shai vitan, yavatavasti vutavu yatvoya vavalado, levelevetsu vadavos vivo no yo borambo, muyumbe vu how, oro, dio prona, venui ikivo, bobo en vida leva, vasti hai kodi, shiona vubaluia, dazo gidembe, kenda sadaleve haita zego bin mando, I know and lo yando via. Godava, Kitabado Falace with a Godavo, to the Vetambada Kid of V, the version de Godova made of I, Hindu with over at sea Godobatida, later when yet Tikatanda et the Ubrat se Kudurai, Ekunda Rat Mahatu no Kada, Luita Sida, Shate vet to good to do with the right end of via, Hiba Bitu Batia, but a bit of a Gadidam, the Barabia, Yatsu, whatever video. To do the Barabia, but everybody beach to go, but if it be Chikai, Panamania, you could petition to you or you were better be and do. I mean, they be the voya, you name any bit about it, but here's a very eye, you could dale, the Barata goes yetsa, nale, tura, Tede, Toro, Yadarma. Makere Kono Shagare Vikarada Nikadari do Mandolo Kitora Pita Naktu Vita Sudepaya Ponana Tabaka Dova Tita Lake Titam Vese Davidi Dodo Nikuna Maya Nevi on Ludoya Kivadevis in the Gedevia Hoyo Ria Indoi Uyana window. Yuiku yes voda yuam yamnikido yasito kui to rabinde nandu yakora boya sundo kuya mundabo tuyan sida vikotsi yagura mundeya veya unano yesedia di yesele ve uraya mandoro ayaki Uyana Uyando Yo Eombaya Eondo Sutratikea Ekotore kitita, betene vete beto vrati che se betavu, dandole bete beto fai, menesendo kidu, and the kitty beti koto beteketi, hoi koto, yese, no kodabaki beta bata helping that ambo in metin like I, naked upon the door, we are you yasi kudo, reti or retinda, none do the weather, but I always say they could die, living on a man. No conondo cosi so chuchoka chivada, sure that the ticobata take to the bati taken door, to take the lake at the HD, and back to Terabata, but to take its tickle eye. Have a sad sight, dara ikadan dai tate to joy te kamado kotere rish kodariaku nenda nonna ti ya pada baroti su baratsu kun barapo dora patsu kurapatundi to dure yeshuku ya to barati gorat ti to ayekere tata katata shidete antikti chikuchita shatete bi tatuti katiniki te kervitu katapati kanekti vai today the tesa take it to darabati the batiko to the dish katapati kishkite it's but amanatiba we atsuba apati chika sai oluya uya mowi anduya uya ba yesevero hurapi and baya bealia huya sebe yeshada boy and I levesa diastri kundole vesa vasataya shitete mandala vese tiga shina he kanai yata lea lungasa to be yata be nekadu yasatika pasade de vietba hambat sai eba level yat sabo ito letuya dai kende zete yatakaive ayata vaina tuya yatudoro yekowaya yendo epede yoratina be yakunda yato rotande yo yapata negativity ali ayana vayano yadora sede sevosade yo yestoro shora pita betide kumbere ya benda ba yakapa dai betemba de tifa de tekodoro pande pete pekadoro se ya moyandaya ya elala Telea dumsenaya, que sole feio yaso, fala bolai ko istete, shano yastaya ya, oya se vea leo tuyas. Kundik dai dele shadai mandubak moyendea dedo pizza seko andas dasle shundasta kustasta kestasta shatashesa sikasamasito shetembe sexesiso kustebasta kosi stikesta sasa textis stikusta bustakasta besiki safasnexistiki safasnexistiki stakaya safasnexistaya stasta estosta chistukumbisi tika shandishichistusta kaste fetika pasti fistindaso shindikistisista kastafastiste stindaste leso sasutaste apaya nasta satalesa potando tuta capacity tapato shite kamata sebetishni yeti tamatiti to vatadapata apata badabitishim ba tika tiktia mande davodele petipe hai ambabu ya vero bayo abayasha dovayatsabe idiki dibadaptuli piso yastu molova matrato sekamashi Yesovara sebestun an because lol for la pibalata makama. Man lefes lista for secund bas nushino for tapa chikaya. Fitada ves about ste esawa yashta. Ista ste sesisha tasta. Ho tambaku yatu futa panna kapatisa patichika. Falafefe fa moya potra suyek opa. Hakadan danish tokush dafu pakbefi pa le fetsa te takamodu kitite et jashata kopata ketifekti tikaba likita fayachina tia ya tina yi shuka ba soku hai yashasha hufa lifta shia yu ba mamoko yobarapi sipu Kameshata pai pa va sakata sika sidate chio yo manik dola shando fasiba le fatalavasa ya taleve biayana Woyambodarisha Vikoro, Haisado, Hoyanea, Arovayo, Yayo, Ikerebedu, Igabaramo, Ibarabish, Gobadiapia, Cobarabicus Pitiristo, Palepete, Betricata Pakishti, the Vetitaban, terminated to do every to Yevish. ha bo ha nyan yunia yuiko iwaya yashudaya shbikuya Pala fotrata se ke patusha na kai. You can make a shit take fetch tea amana weird. But the lehe te petata te fetal pa takapachti I be ban anuka no tuya ya huya ho kapiachi. Mananoya hanefia boya ki barapia yubiya shviambo hako baraki ve ta seslea. Sham shoa hokabo hamshibosti shupadan mohuki bidebi mokanamaki ambe mabole pepe balu apaka patembe kiba domba ambati bade piko pataka pepe patam posita pate peko bomba hibagi kambodahan le banda kiti ko yesha kapati banda kapa atiba aibe de pa aku dadi gatikan dikiti moitepa huiba tachi cha miku tametekete pekishaba Amukunda Kabanaki Biti Kapahaku Epichagabati Hawayam Button de Tsitsika look at the Bakish the Roya Hayashin the Baki de Tekapu Papatitskistibi Menda Betam Beta Patuta Shimatisha Wishtibi Stikapati Bita Puya when Namalu elevator Rapazulebe Yapachetago be anamentum balefetapo Boyavashi Shikatamutishika who you with the Payapajanya Japachetabatsi Bishi ja the sama sen san sokostiki vele lavon na ne kufite ka hey haya sasha daife I bato for yo yeta vete kaive bye sete ketiti hikitofa hika vada vele vevado tia vedaranda he. And just take a big deep breath in and let the frequencies integrate into your field. Breathing, exhaling, coming back into your body, coming back into the room. Big deep breath in, wiggle your fingers, your toes. Letting those frequencies integrate. And I want to thank everybody that came here to participate on this call, thanking all the guides that came through for us today. And we ask for your support in helping everyone shift and asking that everyone's shifts are done with love and ease and grace and joy. That your results are permanent, profound, and more than what you could have ever asked for, above and beyond. Thank you so much. Thank you, guides. And you can open your eyes whenever you're ready.
And so it is. That was beautiful. Oh my goodness.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yes, amen to just gentle integration and attunement and everything else. That was. Sometimes there aren't words, to and there really aren't intended to be.
I'm glad we did this last, because sometimes I can't orient myself, and this is one of those times where I'm a little bit like, woo.
Well, thank you, my dear. It was beautiful, and
you're welcome.
Thank you for being with me today at this amazing time for all of us. I mean, what a special time. Oh, always.
Yeah.
Always.
And if anyone, has anything that comes up, or they want to let me know of any shifts or have questions, please reach out. I'm happy to hear. I love to hear.
I would love, maybe you could at some point go post in our private Facebook group something, and that way if anybody wants to connect or has any feedback, they can post it there.
Sure. Yeah, okay. I'll do that for sure.
That'd be great. So, yeah, everybody, we have a private Facebook group. You just type in Straight Talk for the Soul. We will approve you, of course, and be looking out for that to connect with all of us here. So, beautiful. Is there anything else you'd like to share before we say goodbye? I know we're all on kind of a high right now, but
yeah, just have awareness of your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions, your words, every time. And I kind of like to think about it as your consciousness suit, if you want to think about it that way. Like every morning when you wake up, put on that suit, and that's your reminder to like be in that higher vibration and to be able to tune in. And when you find yourself slipping, because we all slip, it's normal. Don't beat yourself up, but just do your best to ask the questions like, okay, why did this come up? Why am I feeling it? What do I need to know? And be okay with not knowing all the details, because just the awareness is enough to make that shift. And then having that commitment to release it and to move on, because you just say, like, I want to be done with this. Like, I'm ready to move on and let it happen.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, and align to your highest vibrational timeline. Commit to that, and make choices that feel supportive of that. And go back and listen to this activation again too, and the others that you did for the callers were really beautiful. Yeah. And I want to mention that Stephanie, who called in, that you worked with, just said, Valentaya and Carrie, I feel lighter. I'm breathing deeply without pain. Exclamation points. I feel an opening to love and more peace around me again. Thank you for helping me. So grateful for the beautiful transmission, for your support, and for the loving energy that you've both held for us in today. Love to you.
You're so welcome. I'm so happy that you're feeling better. Yay.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Cindy just said that was so beautiful. Thank you, Carrie and Velentaya. Tingles in my body, felt so good and peaceful. Lynn just said, wow, no words. But thank you, Velentaya, for the incredible shift into comfort and hope frequencies that you bring to us with your light language and your very presence. Thank you, Carrie, for your insights and your choices for such amazing souls that you bring before us every day. Blessings to both of you. Blessings, Lynn.
You're so welcome. Thank you,
Sherry,
everyone, for
a lot of
tuning
people
in and
beautiful
sharing.
transmissions, everyone saying. So thank you, my dear. It's been a grace-filled experience with you as always today. So I love you, and
I love you too.
Thank you. And to all of you who joined us, thank you for the gift of your time, your love, your openness, your presence today. We appreciate you so much. And as we bring the show to a close today, I've been just saying this at the end of every show, please be kind to one another. Know that we will thrive through all of this. And please participate in creating and birthing this new world into being with us by, at this time, remotely sharing your love with others, by stepping into the healing arts as you feel called to do so, by allowing your creative energy to flow, by focusing on solutions and promoting a sense of empowerment and relief in this world. Let's really commit to tuning our focus and turning our attention to love and warmth and connection and kindness, and just resist. Anytime we resist anything, that compromises our immune system. So let's just spread love and empowering information. That is the key to emerging from this as successfully and gracefully as possible. Just remember that you are brilliant and resilient, and if the information shared here today has resonated and you want to align with your highest timeline, please give yourself the gift of saying yes to working with Velentaya and her special offer, the Divine Light Series, and your private session and your code and all of that. Say yes if that resonates. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining us on this soulful adventure today. I am sending waves and waves of love and light and appreciation from my heart to yours. May you feel it, receive it, offer it to those you encounter today, tonight, wherever you happen to be in the world. And as always, until next time, please give yourself full permission to shine instead of shrink, express instead of suppress, and really own that amazing, powerful, unique glow of yours. I'll see you back here in this playground of light next time, everybody. Bye-bye.